Hi everyone, today I'm going to discuss on compilation and linking process in C. We all know C is a compile language. So once we write the source program, we do the compilation. So what is happening? So after writing the C program, it must run through a C compiler that can create an executable file to be run by the computer. While the C program is human readable, whereas the executable file on the other hand is a machine readable file available in an executable form. So how it is done? The mechanical part of running a C program begins with one or more program source files and ends with an executable file, which can be run on a computer. So let me elaborate the compilation and the execution process in this video. Yes, so we all know initially we'll be giving the source file. So the source file, the programming process starts with creating a source file that consists of the statements of the program written in C language. Source file usually contains ASCII characters and can be produced with a text editor such as Windows Notepad or in an integrated design environment. So the next is I've given preprocessor and library file. So what is a part of it? So there are two kinds of source files. One is main.c source files and the other one is header.h source files. So the main.c source files contains executable statements, whereas the header.h source files, or we call it as library files, every C program uses standard header files, since all the input and output in C program is done through library functions. These header files should be written as part of the source code for modular C programs. And what is the work of preprocessor over here? The preprocessor program reads the source file as text and produces another text file as output. The source code lines which begin with the hash symbol are actually not written in C but in the preprocessor language. So we used to think always a C program starts with the hash include stdio.h. So that is the way we write. So actually that hash, whatever starts with hash, is not a C language. We call it as preprocessor language. So though we call it as a language, it is not a standalone language but rather a set of directives within a source code file that are processed by a preprocessor program before the compiler begin to work. So this preprocessor statements, whatever we write with prefixing with the hash, so this is executes before the compiler begins its work. So that is the work of preprocessors. So the output of the preprocessor is a text file which does not contain any preprocessor statements. Now this file is ready to be processed by the compiler. Next, once the preprocessor completes its work, then there comes the compiler. So the source file is then processed by a special program called the compiler. So the compiler, we all know, it translates the source code into an object code. So then after the compiler converts the source code to object code, then there comes the object files. So this the object code contains the machine instructions for the CPU and calls to the operating system application programming interface. The object file is not an executable file again. So then it has to go to another person called linker. So this linker combines the object file with the library routines to produce the final executable file. So the object file is processed with another special program called linker. While there is I have to say one point here. So there is a different compiler for every individual program, whether you take C, C++, C Sharp, or Java, anything. But there is the linker is same for all the languages. The same linker is used for object files regardless of the original language in which the program was written. Finally, the output of the linker is an executable or runnable file. Thank you.